All right, guys, as promised, I'm making some tumbler turners, and I told you I'd show you how I made it. I've already glued some stuff together, but in cut pieces, I didn't want you to sit there and have to watch why I cut all these pieces out. But I'll give you the cut list and all the parts that I got, where I got them, and we'll go from there. So here's what I got so far. Okay, so this is my box. I've got, the front and the back. The motors will mount back here. The turners will come out here. And this board here is going to be the platform that'll catch all the epoxy or whatever you're doing with them. So the front pieces are 11 by 3/16. The reason why I went with 3/16 is just because when I cut them, I didn't cut them to the right length. So they're 11 and 3/16 by 6 and 7/8. Then the two sides over here, those are 6 and 7/8 by 5. And then I've got a top piece that goes on there like that. And that one's 11 and 3/16 by 5 3/4. So that's the top. I haven't drilled my holes yet, but I'm getting ready to. What I did is I measured over from each end 2.5 inches and then down 1.5. So the turner poles will sit about right there. And then I'm going to use a 1 1/8 inch spade bit. You see, I got one over here. I bought two. 1 1/8. I tried to buy a 16th, but 1 1/16, but I picked up two 1 1/8 by mistake. So that's what we're going to cut the front holes with. The back holes don't need to be as big. Let's see, where are my motors at? That's the motor. So really, you're just getting enough to fit that through. And then there's an adapter that goes on there. So we'll get to that in a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and drill these holes. And then when I'm done, I'll get back to you. Kind of jerked on me a little bit, so I'm going to grab a couple clamps and just kind of clamp that thing down to help hold it. If I was smart, I wouldn't have put the box together before I did this. It made it a lot easier, but this is kind of how I did it, so no turning back now unless I want to cut new boards, and to be honest, I really don't feel like doing that, so. There's our two holes. Let's check and see if we did it right. Sorry about the jerkiness of the camera here. Yeah, I guess I better do it this way to make sure we can see. Yep, slides right in. Now, this is going to be a little different. I know it looks short. Let me set you down for a minute. You'll have to put the cap on first. Screw that into the motor. and then put your post in. So I'll go ahead and mark the other sides and I'll drill those, and then we'll put it together. All right, so the back side, do the same thing, 2.5, 1.5. Find your center point. I'm going to use a 5/8 spade bit to do the back because we're only pushing the nipple of the motor through, so we don't need it as big. Get that on there. Do the other side. All right, there we go. Got both our holes. All right, let's see where we're at here. Got our holes. Look pretty even. Let's move on. All right, so my plan is here, as you can see, we'll stick those through there. Get some other pieces here that we have. Just bring them all over here and show you. Those will stick through there. Put the set screw in and attach everything. So the first thing I want to do on this is figure out, I'm going to take these wires. The reason why I built the box is because I'm going to take the wires, I'm going to wire everything inside. So we're just going to put a tiny hole down here. See if I set the motors like this. We'll just put a hole there for the wires to go through and a hole there for the wires to go through. And we can do that just with the drill. Gosh, 5/32 is probably too big, but we're going to go ahead and go with it. I haven't been out here in a while. I guess my drill is come on, bugger. Put a couple holes there. I'm going to put it down just a little bit further just to make sure that I have plenty of room in case I need to spin the motor around. I just don't want to be drilling with the motors mounted on here. This gives me a little play. It's not that big a deal. It's more just, I'm going to have to go a little bigger than that, probably, but we're going to start with that. I don't have to be too particular, but I kind of like to have an idea where it's at. Oh, I don't want it to be, oh, come on. Learn how to use a speed square, bud. That doesn't look too bad. It doesn't go all the way across, but I just want it to be kind of in the same general area. I don't want it to be all uneven. If I was building this for a customer, then I'd make sure that that was perfect, but since it's just for my personal use, I'm not too concerned about it right now, if you know what I mean. All right, so let's see if those wires will go through that. And I don't think they will. I think it's going to be, yep, need to go just a little bit bigger. These set screws so I can get those. So I'm going to grab these little pieces here. They slide on and put the set screws in. This is going to take a minute, so I'm going to pause the video for a second. All right, now that I got the motors in, I didn't like the set screws that set in on these little plugs down here. So I went to Lowe's, matched it up. Got these. They're M4. They're 0.70 by 12. That was the shortest ones I could get. So I am going to use these because I've read some things where on these where it comes apart, where these don't stay in there very well. So I'm hoping with these it'll give a little more bite. And I got some little bitty washers. If you don't have them, peanut butter jars are awesome for keeping nuts, bolts, screws, washers, whatever you need. This isn't going to be the easiest thing to do because you can't get your finger in there very well. These aren't very long, but there we go. And I didn't even think about this. All right, so we're gonna start. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me adjust the camera here. I know I should probably fasten these motors down, but I'm kind of I kind of want to make sure everything's lined up right before I put more holes in and screw them through, and my screwdriver's not long enough, so I'm gonna have to get a new one. So give me just 1 second. Not very prepared for this. I don't even know if I have the right length Phillips. I may have to go up to the garage and get one. A little longer one, but I don't know if it's even gonna be long enough still. Here's these. They just slide in. Just like that. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it. That's how it's gonna look. Let's go ahead and get the top plate figured out. I think what I'm gonna do is just put it right there. Got some double-sided tape. Stick it down in there. That's the plan. So we'll go through right there, but we're gonna need a little bit bigger of a bit here. I don't know where my pencil went. So we're gonna just finger it. Whoops. So we're gonna do it right there. There's one. Is that gonna be wide enough? Perfect. This all tucked down in here. Like so. We'll screw that together. I'll tack that down. Tack the cord down here, and then you'll be able to go plug it in. So then you'll screw this down. You want to screw it so that way you can get to the inside if you need to, and then we'll screw it to this plate. I'll show you a picture when I'm done. All right, guys, so now I'm down to the final piece of connecting this together. Comes with these little clips that you connect everything together with. So I've got both in here. Make sure I get the right wire. I don't want to be doing them backwards. I don't even know how these things work. It's kind of weird. Looks like you just stick them in and push down. It's weird. Push down, stick them in, and release. That's pretty simple. What's going to happen when I do the other side? Is it going to release those though? At those. Got those. Let's plug it in and test that one, see if we got it. Boy, I don't like those screws sticking out. I'm definitely going to replace those. And it's working. Simple as that. Pretty easy little kit. I want to, let's go ahead and get this other one put together and that's it. Fasten it over to your board, which I'm going to do after you guys are gone, and you're done. So thanks for watching. I'll put a link in the description to Amazon where I got the motors, and I'll list all the parts I got, also all the cuts that I made. I'll give all that to you. So if you're wanting to build this yourself, you don't need a lot of tools. You know, you don't have to have a drill press. I just happened to have one, so I used it. You just need a saw and screwdrivers and Allen wrenches, and actually the kit comes with Allen wrenches. So it's pretty simple to make. You can do it yourself. You don't have to be a genius. Pretty easy. So anyways, everything will be in the description. Comment, let me know what you think. Link to the kit that I bought will be in the description as well. So appreciate it, guys. Thank you.